Welcome to Ultamation's submission for the 2013 Crestron Integration Awards. I'm going to take you through our new user experience, which has been built using Crestron's new Smart Graphics technology. We've been working with Smart Graphics over the past year, building up a clean, uncluttered, intuitive user experience and enhancing what's offered by the standard Crestron controls with some innovative new features. First of all, I'll cover the overall user experience, where we've spent some time refining navigation so that users never get lost. It's clear what they need to touch to operate the system and limit any unnecessary interaction to achieve that result. On the left we have the action bar. This is where the user selects a control context, such as source selection and control, or environmental control such as HVAC or lighting. We also use this panel for the room selection I'll demonstrate in a moment. When the panel isn't in use, so just showing this informational home screen, the action bar is always extended so the user can select a source, for example, with a single press. Once they've selected a source though, the bar will automatically dock after a short period of inactivity. Over on the right we have the utility bar. This is where we put functions that don't change the main control context, so things like volume control, panel settings and ancillary functions. The main screen area is used, fairly obviously, for the current control context itself. I'll quickly demonstrate the way the panels operate in a fluid and automatic way. The main action lies under each button, but some functions provide additional levels which can be opened by pressing the arrow at the edge of the button. And if you select something different, the panels collapse and expand automatically. You can of course close the panels yourself by reselecting the arrow, which you'll notice is now facing the other way. Or if you open panels and then don't make a selection, they close themselves automatically after a short time. We're in the hallway at the moment, so I'll move us to another room to show you the room selection using this panel mechanism. For users who already know the property, we give you a drill down for each floor to reach the rooms. This would be customised to limit the access to the appropriate areas of the house. Rather than drill down to the ground floor, if you select the floor button, instead of the room list we give you a floor plan. And at this point we inhibit the auto dock timeout so you can take time looking over the plan and see what's happening around the property. Here you can see that somebody's watching TV in the playroom and the intruder alarm is showing that the back door has been left open. We'll select the lounge, though I could have just had a look around and gone back to where I was with the home button. The utility bar works in the same way, and we can change the panel settings from here. I like the retro digital clock, but let's go even more retro and show you one of our custom smart graphics controls. Our analog clock control is built entirely using vector graphics, so it can be scaled to any size without losing visual acuity, and we can give each clock an offset too, to show time in different time zones. Now I'll select a source to show the context switch, and let's go for a bit of music. This page shows Crestron's Media Player Smart Object, reskinned for the Ultamation theme. And now we've switched the room's AV on, you can see the volume bar showing the current level, and we can adjust that with the dial control, and traditional up-down controls, or the hard buttons on the panel itself if the panel has them of course. Another feature of the utility panel is where we provide more advanced functions such as chaining zones together. With 2 button presses I can tell the system to link the outside terrace into the same source as the lounge. Now we can hop back to the floor plan and see the lounge and the terrace have a music source playing. Although we can select each source independently, sometimes you just want any of the available sources of a particular type, say a radio. So the next thing I'll show you is our source pool functionality. In the lounge I want to listen to an FM radio station, so I'll drill down, select radio number 1 and specify that it's FM that I want. If I just press the radio number 1 button, I would have been given the default mode, which is set to DAB. Now we'll move to another room and select the same type of source. As you can see, radio number 1 is now showing in use. Because I selected a generic radio source, you can see that the system has now given me the next available source, which is radio number 2, and automatically selected the DAB mode. This pool of sources can be any size, but the user can still always pick a specific unit if they need to, such as a PVR that would have local content. Oh, that was good timing. The control that's just appeared is another of our custom smart object controls. Ultamation's Notification Center provides a really simple way to present transient messages to the users. Messages can expire automatically after a time, or dismissed through user action, or even from the control system on an appropriate trigger. And where there's more than one notification message to display, the control will display the messages in a carousel. To demonstrate this point, there's someone at the front gate. And as you can see, 2 notifications swap places until I dismiss or action them. So I'll dismiss the Steam Room message and answer the gate. Hi there.
Hi.
I'll just let you in. Crestron's new range of user interfaces provides support for H.264 IP video streams and voice over IP through SIP, so they're perfect for intercom applications like this. Next, I'll show you Ultamation's custom lighting controls. We're leveraging Crestron's smart graphics technology to do things that were never before possible with an intelligent home control system. What I'll show you now is truly unique and only possible with Ultamation's custom controls built on top of Crestron's new user experience framework. The kitchen has 4 dimmable lighting circuits and a colour changing strip under the units, all of which can be controlled from the user interface. First of all, we have a number of lighting presets, and as I select each preset, you can see the scene being recalled, in real time, rendered in the preview window. Another custom control, we've built this to provide visualization of a lighting scene without the user needing to actually be in the room, or they can set up their mood lighting during the day, which is often impractical given the ambient light levels. This facility is particularly useful in commercial applications where events managers might want to create presets for a room ahead of an event. We can adjust any of the lighting circuits independently and see the result in the preview control. And we've also developed a number of controls for colour changing lights too. I've decided I don't like blue for my dining scene, so I want to change it to something else. The old way, if you were given any way at all, of changing RGB lighting would be to use the component colour sliders, which is fine for people who understand additive colour theory, but not so great for everyone else. We've developed a colour wheel control that allows the user to simply touch the colour that they want, and the panel works out the corresponding RGB values. As I move my finger around the control, you can see the sliders moving to the RGB level, and the preview image updating in real time. We also have a colour pot control that can operate in 2 different modes. As a feedback control, the colour pot shows the selected colour, as you can see to the left of the colour wheel. The more useful mode is as a colour selector and store, and we've added one of these to each of our scenes. So I've now found a warmer colour I like for the dining scene, and a simple press and hold on the appropriate colour pots. And now we can switch between the scenes with my new dining scene mood set. As I mentioned at the start, the user experience is optimised to reduce the number of presses the user needs to make, and I'll switch off the kitchen using the power button on the action bar. You'll notice this not only opens the action bar with its default AV off button, but it also opens the power detail panel that gives us access to more discrete control of power, such as whole room off, lights off, or whole house off functions. I'm going to switch the room off, and thank you for watching our video. Goodbye.